Why God allows trials, suffering, and pain. You gave your life to God. You serve Him with all your heart, and yet you're still hurting, still struggling, still wondering why life feels heavier, not lighter. What if I told you your pain has a purpose? Have you ever wondered why you're experiencing trials and pain right now? Is there any reason for all the suffering you're going through? You're doing your best to obey God, to walk in His will, to live a life that honors Him. But still you feel the weight of the world pressing down. Why does it seem like the more you follow Jesus, the more life pushes back? This message is for you, the one who's hurting, the one who's questioning, the one who's tired, because there is a reason. And today, Jesus wants to remind you what that reason is. Brother, sister, have you ever asked yourself, why am I going through this even when I'm following Jesus? You deny yourself. You carry your cross. You follow Him. Just like Matthew 16:24 says, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. But then God tests your faith. What if God sends someone into your life? Someone who always asks for help, but deep down, they're just taking advantage of your kindness. Would you still help them, even when it feels unfair, even when it hurts? What if every time you're blessed, you end up with nothing left for yourself? You keep giving, you keep loving, you pour out everything you have, but no one seems to notice the goodness, the sacrifice, the love. Would you still smile, still worship, even when it keeps happening again and again and again? What if the people you love the most keep bringing up the parts of you that God already forgave? They talk about your past. They remind you of who you were, not who you are now. Would you still love them fully, without pulling away, without bitterness in your heart? What if you're the only one holding the house together? You clean, you care, you serve, but the moment you rest, it's messy again, and no one notices how tired you are. Would you still do it, joyfully, even when it feels like no one's helping? And what about those who hurt you, the ones who broke your heart, who betrayed you, and never said sorry? Would you still love them? Would you still see them the way Jesus sees them? Without changing the way you treat them? It feels unfair, like your efforts are being wasted, like your goodness is unnoticed. But here's the truth. God is using these very moments to build something eternal in you. Faith that's never tested can never be trusted. God sees all of it. And here's something you need to remember. Don't look at them as your enemies. Look at them as the very people who need to see God's love through you. Let God use you. If they won't listen to the word, then let your actions preach. Be the Bible they'll never open. Be the love they've never felt. Be the servant Jesus called you to be. John 13 reminds us, Jesus knew Judas would betray him. He knew Peter would deny him. And yet, he washed their feet. He didn't react in anger. He responded with love. John 13:15-17 says, I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly I tell you, no servant is greater than his master. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them. Jesus wasn't just teaching with words, he was teaching with action. So yes, love those who hurt you. Serve even when you're tired. Give even when it feels unnoticed. Because you're not doing it for people, you're doing it for God. And when it hurts, 2 Timothy 3:12 reminds us, yes, and all who desire to live godly in Christ Jesus will suffer persecution. Following Jesus doesn't mean a life without pain. It means walking through pain with purpose. Even Jesus said in John 16:33, in the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Your trials are not signs that God has forgotten you. They are signs that He's refining you. Let the world misunderstand you. Let them hate you. Let them reject you. As long as you're obeying God, He sees it all. Keep serving. Keep loving. Don't get tired, because true rest is found in Jesus, not in quitting. There is a reward for every tear, every unseen act of love, every silent battle. And one day, you'll hear Him say, "Well done, my faithful servant." Just like Apostle Paul, who said, 2 Timothy 4:7, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith." You may not see the fruit right away, but eternity is counting what the world doesn't notice. So continue drawing near to God. Stay faithful. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus, because all your suffering and all your trials are preparing you for something eternal. Yes, everything painful now will pass, but God's love, that remains forever. It's easier to face this life with all its trials when you're walking with Jesus. Because let's be honest, you can't fight this battle alone, but when you trust Jesus, the battle no longer belongs to you. It belongs to Him. So even when things are messy, unclear, and silent, trust Him. Even when you don't understand, walk by faith. Even when the pain lingers, let His promises carry you. You were never meant to walk this road alone. So if this message spoke to your heart, I want to personally invite you to watch our videos. Because if you've never read the Bible before, if you're still searching for answers, if life feels heavy and confusing, then maybe, just maybe, God is using this very moment to reach you. I may not be a preacher. I may not know your full story, but I believe He's using me to bring His truth to people who haven't heard it yet, to remind you that there's only one solution to all the pain, all the confusion, and all the questions in this life. And that is Jesus. This is just the beginning. Keep watching, because the next message might be the very one that leads you home